chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls. Have you ever heard of the phenomenon when you dream about someone, it means they're dreaming about you? Um, this although it's not backed by science, okay, this is widely spread in different kind of areas of um some new age stuff and some other stuff, right? And I'm not that much a believer in it. That I think it's romanticized, right? And I think there's a deeper reason to why you're having the dream. I'm not saying the narcissist is not triggering the dream, right? Um, they do trigger the dream in a myriad of ways, and I'll go into that in this video. But let's start with, like, initially, right? If you're having dreams after you go your separate ways from the narcissist initially, a lot of the reasons why I think you're having those dreams is because of the trauma that you've gone through, and it's like your brain's way of processing it. Okay, say you was abandoned or ghosted or discarded, or even if you cut the narcissist off, you might have a dream of the narcissist either chasing you or running away from you. You see, you might have a dream of the narcissist chasing you if you cut them off and they're pestering you, or if they were ghosted you, abandoned you, discarded you. You might have a dream of the narcissist running away from you. Okay, this is your brain processing it. I've heard of people where the narcissist has cheated. They've had dreams of seeing them with someone else and stuff like that. It's from people I've had in sessions, and this was hold on. Yeah, this individual, it was shortly after, but it has gone on. I need to, if I catch up with them, I'll find out some more. And they say I can share their story, but they had dreams of them, standing with someone else, not like being intimate and stuff, just with someone else, and they could see it. You see it out of a window, or they could see it. And what I'm saying is, a lot of that is the trauma that you've gone through. Whatever's happened in the narcissistic relationship, a lot of these dreams initially will be trauma. Okay, so I don't want you to hold on to a romantic feeling that they're dreaming about you about exactly the same thing. Okay, but what I will say, it's possible what on a more spiritual level was causing that as well, is they're ruminating about you at the same time. So they've caused a trauma on you, plus they're ruminating about you even when they've gone in their own direction, because you know how it is, they never let go. Even if they're moving on with new people, they haven't let go of you, and they ruminate a lot for a very long time, okay, about you. And this can maybe trigger energetically. E equals MC squared. Everything is energy. They're building up an energy source, not a healthy energy source either. And it may, enter your dream somehow, right? It's possible, isn't it? This is all, theoretical. But another thing is, your dreams can be warnings, right? Your dreams can be warnings from God or the universe or whatnot, that to make you aware of what's happening with them. You see? So there's lots of reasons why you can have these dreams, but you have to embrace that. What I encourage you all to do is do the cutting the soul tie. You have to cut the soul tie. Okay, even if you're not a believer in soul ties and stuff like that, there is bonds. Call it bonds, if that's a better way for me to break it down, right? It's a bond, right? And there's unhealthy bonds you can have with people. And although on your side of things you were trying to maintain a healthy bond or a healthy soul tie, they was creating an unhealthy bond and an unhealthy soul tie. And I believe that when you're not married, right, it becomes, this is where a lot of you struggle with the no closure. Many people I speak to are divorced. It's like, that's finality when a divorce happens. Well, it's not, because narcissists still try and hoover after divorces. I've heard of that. Or in the process of the divorce, and things like that. I've heard of narcissist Hoover and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, when you're in the boyfriend girlfriend dynamic, even if you've been together for years, right? Let's just touch on this, for example, romantic relationships. It doesn't give you the closure to let go. So what I would say is, even if you're not a big believer in soul ties or whatever, just look at it like a bond and make a sincere intention that you don't want that bond back, or you don't want to have that connection with that person any longer through your walk of life, and set a clear intention to God, clear intention to the universe. And that's putting up, like, that's energy, right? That's you putting up a serious energy field with, everything is like that. Energy flows, where energy, what was I saying? What did I say before? Where energy goes, energy flows. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember how I said it, but basically your energy will help you, and you will detach, right? And then you got to understand is the narcissist, if everything is energy, the narcissist will feel this will trigger their rumination. So I'm not saying it's going to prevent dreams, because there was someone who just commented and they said they're getting dreams after 29 years or something like that, right? They're getting dreams after 29 years. I think it was 29 years. I was going to comment back to them straight away, because I read it. I was preparing to do this video and they commented something about dreams. And I was already about to make a video about dreams. And I was going to comment back to them and say, I was just about to make a video about dreams, but hopefully they watch this one. Because I like to go through the comments in order. I haven't got around to the comments today. I need to go through the comments from the earliest one to the most recent. So all I'm saying is narcissists are triggering these dreams in some way, shape, or form. You see, now people talk about things like astral traveling and they enter your dreams, and what I'm saying is like, I wouldn't put it past narcissists to actually try and endeavor in these kinds of pursuits, right? Like entering your dreams, doing all these weird shits, right? I won't put it past him to attempt to be doing it, but really I just think it's like, it's an energy thing, and maybe like when you get a dream is a warning from God or something like that, like telling you like, yo, that person's going mad, you see, and that's like, that narcissist is going mad. And basically that's what this individual I had a session with, that's what he picked up on. He thought, all right, the narcissist is ruminating since like severely about them. They're up at night and they're triggering a dream in him. Narcissists often stay up late in the night. Okay, some call it the witching hour and things like this. They stay up late, right? And I don't know if it's like the pressure of life's getting to them where they can't sleep, but a lot of narcissists will, I'm not saying they don't sleep, they'll sleep, but they'll often be awake when you're asleep and things like that. Even when you are probably in a relationship or a friendship or whatever, they'll be awake when you're asleep, and they probably do try and endeavor in these things, right? I wouldn't be surprised if these narcissists, this is off the topic, but like, they write your name, put it in their shoes, and shit like that. Like there's things like that they tell people to do, right? And this is why we have the concept, right, of God or a belief system, right? Having the concept of God, that's the whole concept of it. It breaks you free from following these traditions or ritualistic behaviors, like putting names in your shoes and stuff, which that is something that narcissists will do. I'll be serious with you, right? They look up these things, right? There's all sorts of things, right? Like weird stuff, that they endeavoring, and it's all to like they want to bring harm, or they want you back, or they want no one else to have you. This stuff don't have no power, right? If you're an authentic soul, you're a real soul, yeah, and you're growing closer to God or the universe, or you're just a genuine person, a real person. This stuff's not gonna have an effect on you, I don't believe. You see, but if dreams are troubling you, okay, remember, like I said, like it is your brain has been traumatized. Okay, I don't want to be too cruel or cold, but when, not especially, but a lot of no, because it can even be in family, right? Basically, any type of relationship, when you think that there's real care or love or something there, your brain believed that, your heart believed it, and your soul believed it. You may have had some intuition kicking in, but your brain, sorry, I'm yawning, your brain was deceived, right? So when it gets the shock factor of the narcissist as is a parasite, your brain has to go through a filtering process and process those emotions. So you may have these dreams, but that is part of the narcissist triggering you, right? That like that's like some stress disorder or something like that. You see, it's not a stress disorder, but it's like processing the anxiety, it's processing all of the stuff. It's cleansing your mind. So look at these dreams as like a cleanse, right? It's try not to dwell on them too much. I know a lot of you maybe like look into your dreams, or you do these things. I've heard this, like people have things with dreams, but if the narcissist is appearing in your dream, don't delve into that dream, right? If the narcissist flashes in your head, or the narcissist, try to not delve into it, okay? Try to not delve into these thoughts about the narcissist too much. You see, look at them as unwanted thoughts. Look at them, especially if you've done the process of cutting the soul tie. Just envisioning cutting a soul tie with a knife or a pair of scissors. Just imagine a cord between the two of you and cutting. You're sincere. Anything from that point onwards is something you don't want in your head or in your heart or in your soul. You don't want nothing to do with them. So if it arises, you just kind of like, say, remove that from me. I don't want to think that. Don't force it away. Let it flow. It's an intrusive thought. It's a dark thought. It's a whatever. Let it flow. But, let it go. You see? So, just don't be... I don't want any of you getting like... Maybe you've got your own experience and I'm totally way off, you see? But I thought this might help. It's just... I'm not trying to be too scientific. I'm trying to like... Narcissists will engage in many things that they try to instill fear in you over, okay? And that's the best I can say on the subject. Like they'll engage in things like I said about putting names in shoes and that, right? They'll do things like these practices that they believe in to cause you harm or to get you back and to do this. And maybe all this energy force is an intention and energy and all that has an effect on you, see? Possibly, right? If you disagree, that's fine. I'm just pointing it out there, right? But especially early days, you see, a lot of it is the trauma. A lot of it is your brain processing it. So, but they do ruminate for a very long time. And even, like, I promise all of you, right? You're going to get to that place you don't remember their face. All right? This could be a romantic relationship, could be a friendship, could be a family member, could be a group of them. If you go your own way, you make your own path, you go in your own direction, you may have dreams where it's not even them, right? And you can't remember their face. Even if you try to remember what they look like, you can't. And I hope you don't get too curious and start looking on their social media. But, you just don't remember them, you can't remember them. So there is a lot of meaning in these dreams. Like I mentioned, if they're running away from you, I just use that as an example. But if they're running away from you or they're chasing you, it's quite obvious what that means, right? You're trying to pursue something that you can't obtain if they're running away. And if you're trying to get rid of them and they won't go away, they're chasing you, right? And this is how it can appear in your mind. The brain is so complex, right? The brain is so complex, but I don't want to romanticize the idea that the narcissist is dreaming about you and you're dreaming about them, and you're, home sweet home in your bed and they're in their bed, and and if this could be, it doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but it could be friendships or family members, whatever. Like, I don't want you to think that, it will start to instill fear in you. And I have seen in the comment section some people that have been troubled by these sorts of things that I spoke about, like these kind of ritualistic behaviors that the narcissist engages in as their own belief system, instilling fear in some of you, okay? And I really don't want you to do that, right? When you know you're a being of light, okay? I'm not saying you're perfect, but you're a being of light. That stuff's not going to affect you, It's not going to affect you, okay? Just be aware that your brain is, an organ. It is separate from who we are, 100%. Even though if you had an accident and you was brain dead, if that's the right terminology, I'm not sure what the right terminology is, you're still conscious. They still have to turn you off, right? I just use that as an example. I'm just saying, like, you're separate from that. You're in your soul, so your mind can wander all over the place. So when you get unwanted thoughts or disruptive thoughts, things like that, just try and remove them. If you get memories of the narcissist, just try and remove them. Let them flow and just say, oh, there's another unwanted thought. If you keep associating a remembrance of the narcissist as an unwanted thought, or you had a dream about the narcissist, oh god, that's an unwanted thought, I don't want that dream, and you say it like that, not that you're forcing it away, right? Because that will create a resistance and then it will be more powerful, I believe. But if you just let it flow and say, oh, there's another unwanted thought, it will train your brain to filter this out, okay? And you'll get to that place where you don't remember them, you don't think about them, you don't think about them. And that's that. I mean, I've spoken to people that they've gone on with their journey and seen other narcissists. So it maybe the original narcissist that woke them up, they're not even focused on that now. You see, they're focused on other narcissists that have troubled them or stuff like that. So tell me your thoughts or what your perception of it is, and I might just delve into this a bit deeper, because I can go into it a bit deeper, right? There is something behind the dreams, right? And it is, but don't romanticize it. There's a lot of new age stuff telling you stuff like, oh, the narcissist is dreaming about you and you're dreaming about them, and sunshine and rainbows, peaches and cream, and this is like, I don't know what they're trying to do, right? The brain it gets hurt, the heart gets hurt, soul gets heavy, and you've got a lot of detoxing and filtering out to do, and that's just the brain's processing information. All right, it's oftentimes why you get these bizarre dreams or these weird dreams or things like that. All right, I don't want any of you being scared or worried or thinking the narcissist is astral traveling in your dream or things like that. Okay, I don't want you to think that. Yes, please tell me your opinion. I'd love to know. I would like to know what your opinion is. I touched on this very early days, but I haven't gone on the topic recently, so something I'm going to bring up. So anyway, thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate the support. please book a session if you'd like to. You can now request. Oh, I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. You can request custom videos. All video requests are processed in 24 hours. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you'd like to. My podcast is now on Spotify. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. All links you need in the description box below. And I'll be back on video soon. Peace.